Struggling over here. I swear, they don't have to use such strong tape with this. Like, nobody is going to steal the Jenga box or the Jenga blocks out of the box. Like, I promise you. Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Asia Marquis. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are a returning subscriber, I thank you so much for your support and for tuning back in. If you are new to my channel, make sure that you also hit that subscribe button and click the bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video. So in today's video, I would like to talk about living with regret. We all have something that we've done or said in our lives that we truly regret. It's a human response to triggering events. However, I think that regret becomes a major issue and problem in people's lives when it starts affecting how they move forward with different goals, dreams, or aspirations that they may have. And you know, sometimes regret can eat away at us. It can make us second guess ourselves. It can make us think twice about doing something that we really, really want to do. And, you know, I just believe that we cannot allow regret to infiltrate our lives so much and to a point that it stops us from accomplishing our dreams and our goals. It's important to let go of things that have happened in the past, but that is also extremely hard to do for many reasons. One reason is because we are constantly replaying the situation or the event that happened in the back of our mind, and we can never let it go. It is so important to let go of the things that happened in your past because it will emancipate you and will allow you to move freely within your future. It's also important to not look at regret as this horrible thing that happened in your life. So today's video was actually inspired by a quote that I heard from the singer Prince. In an interview, Prince was asked if he ever regretted anything. He replied, "No. You take one thing out and the structure falls." Personally, for me, there are many things in my life that I regret. However, after I heard that quote, I kind of changed my perspective when it came to thinking about regret. I think about how I can grow from it, how I can get stronger from it, how it has helped me, how it has strengthened me, how it has empowered me. Regret is not always a terrible thing. So with Prince's words lingering in the back of my mind, I began thinking of a way that I can enhance his message through a visual aid for you all today. And the first thing that I thought of was an old childhood favorite, Jenga. Honestly, it's a love-hate relationship with Jenga because the way my anxiety is set up and the way my hands be shaking, me and Jenga don't get along. But I think for the message that I am trying to share and convey to you all today, this will work out perfectly. So let's get into it. It's gonna take me a minute to open it. Hold on.
2 hours later.
Struggling over here. I swear, they don't have to use such strong tape with this. Like, nobody is going to steal the Jenga box or the Jenga blocks out of the box. Like, I promise you. All right. Okay. Now, there is a way, if I remember correctly, to kind of like use the box to make the tower. Let's see if I'm that fancy. Here we go. Oh, dang it, I got up. They wrapped up in plastic. Hold on. Let me take this out off camera and then I'll be back. Okay, so I finally got the Jenga blocks out of the box and out of the plastic wrapping. Who knew that they kind of boxed this up so tightly? I guess they're worried that somebody's gonna snag a Jenga block and ruin the game for somebody. But okay, before we get started with today's visual aid presentation, I have a fun fact for you all. Did you know that Jenga is actually derived from a word in Swahili that is pronounced Koyenga, which means to build. Makes sense, right? The more you know. Okay, so keeping in mind Prince's profound message in his quotes, we are going to allow for Jenga to serve as a visual representation of his words to kind of help solidify its meaning. We are going to say that this structure here represents you, and each piece that we pull out will represent a regret that you may have had in your life. Since you're not here, obviously, and you can't play with me, I am going to be real transparent with y'all and share some things that I have regretted in my life, but have now started looking at them from a different perspective and look at them more as experiences that have led to my growth. So I'm gonna say one thing that I regret was, not choosing a different major in college. I'm thinking that maybe I should have pursued a career in the medical field. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pull one out. Boom. Oh, look at that. That almost took it. That was the first pull and that almost took me down. One regret has been removed from our lives. Okay. Another regret that I have, I wish that I would not have dated certain people for various reasons that I won't get into, but you live and you learn. It's life. So we're gonna, oh shoot, already looking a little shaky. Hold on, I'm committed to this piece. And that's a rule of Jenga. If you touch a piece and you start to move it, if it ain't budging, you can't be like, oh no, let me go pull it. Nope, we gotta pull this one. So let's play by the rules. Just gotta inch it on out. Oh Lord, this towel is shaking. Boom. We got rid of a regret, y'all. Let's see. Another regret that I have is, I've lost a lot of close friendships with people. And, sometimes I definitely wish that we could mend those differences and heal our relationship. So I do regret some of the friendships that I've lost. So we're gonna go ahead and pull a piece out, or a regret. And it looked like something else trying to come with it. Hold on, now you gotta stay in there. Look, this piece trying to creep back out. Boom. All right. Let's see, another regret that I have. I really think that I would have been much better off if I would have went away to college. Don't get me wrong, I love my CSU. Shout out to the Central State Marauders. However, I think that I would have, grown a little bit more, a little bit faster if I would have went to a college out of state. But like I said, go Marauders, for God, for Central, for State, always. Rep it, always. We're going to pull a piece out. All right. Another regret that I have, I really wish that I would have never quit ballet. I did ballet from age 2 to about 13. And the reason why I quit was because it started to become too much for me in terms of it taking over my life. And so I wanted to do other things. I wanted to play basketball, I wanted to play soccer, I wanted to do Girl Scouts, and I didn't want ballet to consume and take over my life, so I quit. But looking back on it, I always say, I could be in New York dancing with a major ballet company somewhere. So that is something that I have regretted. So let's go ahead and try and pull it out. Okay. All right. So far we have pulled out, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. And I mean, we still standing, but it's a little, it ain't looking too good. I got gaps and holes in me now. Like, these regrets, I'm removing them from my life, but, I'm starting to look a little empty. Like I'm not whole anymore. Okay, something else that I regret is something that I feel like, women definitely could relate to. And I'm talking about women's intuition. There are so many times where I wish that I would have trusted my gut, because 9 times out of 10, my gut is always right. We have to understand that if something isn't feeling right within us, then it's probably not right. That is definitely something that I regret. I feel like if I would have trusted my instincts more, then I would have avoided a lot of situations that I feel just weren't beneficial or good for me. Feeling kind of daring. Let's pull this one out the freaking center. I don't know, maybe that wasn't a good idea. But yeah, I feel like that's a huge regret that I think a lot of people can relate to. Get this one out without. Oh shoot. Well, game over. Oh my gosh. It looks like that last regret completely made me crumble. I completely fell apart. So, yeah, that kind of scared me a little bit when that fell. And this is a glass table. I didn't really think that through. That could have broke. This is my mama table. She would have been mad at me. I'm gonna clean this up real quick, and then we're going to do like a summary / wrap up / analysis. There we go. Put my teacher hat on. We're gonna do an analysis of this here visual aid representation / lesson that I just showed all of you. So the Jenga demonstration showed that the regrets that we have had in our lives actually serve as experiences that ultimately make who we are. So as we were doing the demonstration and I was pulling out the blocks in the structure, I noticed that, when I was pulling the pieces out, that there were gapes and there were holes, and, I was no longer whole. Regret is a part of our story. And although it may be a chapter within our story that we're not too fond of or we wish never happened in the first place, it is still a part of our story that eventually leads to another chapter. A chapter that we may be fond of, a chapter that we may be excited to look back on and reflect on. Trying to take out pieces of the story makes for an incoherent piece. It's not comprehensible. So, look at it from that standpoint as well. Regret is a part of our story. It makes it comprehensible. It makes it real. Regret makes us real. We're all flawed. We all have things that we aren't proud of. We all have things that we've done or said that we're ashamed of. But we don't have to let that stop us from moving forward with our lives. We have to acknowledge that things happen, and while we may regret it, we cannot let it bog us down. We just gotta say, this thing happened, I'm moving on. Move on. You deserve to move on with a carefree mind, a carefree heart, a carefree spirit. You deserve it. Stop letting regret take over your life. Forgiveness is an important part of dealing with and moving on from regret. You have to forgive yourself for things that you may have said or done that you are ashamed and not proud of. Things happen. You are human. You make mistakes. But stop letting your mistakes stop you from growing. Look at your mistake as something that led to your growth. I want to remind you all that you are whole. Your misfortunes, your regrets, your highs, your lows, your in-betweens, they have all helped form you. So if you all don't take away anything from this video, I just want to let you know that the things that we regret in our lives are actually experiences that make us who we are. Do not regret something so much that you wish that you could just completely eliminate it from your life story. Because if you do that, you will surely crumble. Love yourself, forgive yourself, and allow yourself to move forward and achieve all that you are meant to achieve. All right, everyone, that concludes today's video. I truly hope that it inspired you to look at regret through a different lens that will actually benefit and enhance your life. If you like this video, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'm wishing you all peace, love, and good health. I will see you all in my next video. I always hate cleaning up Jenga, cause who got time to stack them in the dang box right here? I'm not allowed to do that. I will be here all freaking day.